Hi, Sarah Banas here, Learn to Craft. I am going to show you something incredibly neat today. I am going to show you how to make your own SVGs in Cricut Design Space. So let me first say that if this video is of interest to you or helpful, like the video, but also subscribe to my channel. When you're subscribed to the channel, you'll get a notification when the new videos come out. Lots of really good videos coming out. Uh, just lots of ways to not only use your machine and make really neat projects, but also things like this, learning how to design for yourself so that you can really get your own, when you have this picture in your head of what you want your final project to be, learning how to design for yourself is key. So this is incredibly easy. What we're doing today is I'm teaching you how to design using only fonts and font extras, okay? So this is incredibly beginner. This is something anybody can do. Let's get started. So one thing real quick also, I am going to link in the video description the font that we have used here. So this is a three-part font. It is a sans serif, which is this right here, okay? It is a script, this, and it has extras, these, okay? So it's a three-part font. I'm going to link that in the video description. When you're looking at the video on YouTube, underneath, click the down arrow, or it'll say click here for more, depending on if you're on mobile or desktop. If you click that, it'll expand, and I'll link everything in there. I'll link this font. I'm also going to link, we have a massive collaborative of Facebook groups for Cricut and Silhouette users. I'm going to link Cricut for Beginners. It's almost 700,000 members, super friendly, super helpful. Definitely join us there. You'll fit right in. You'll love it. So on that note, now let's get started. Okay, so we'll get rid of this, and we'll get rid of this. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make these three, and then we'll make some others too. So these three first, let's minimize this, and we'll go up to the top, and these will teach you some basic skill sets here. So let's take a look first at this font family, okay? So like I said, this is Amisteri. So this is the script. It's actually one of the first fonts that I ever fell in love with. This is the script. The script is absolutely beautiful and has just a massive amount of massive amount of glyphs. So these are glyphs, okay? So these are different options for each letter that you can use to decorate your own text. Now, the way that you use glyphs is going to differ if you're on Mac, iOS, or if you're on a Windows PC. I'll also link in the video description. I have a real easy to follow video on how to use font glyphs and how to access them and use them for each of those individual systems. And I'll link all of those in the video description as well so that you can easily access that. Okay, so this is Amisteri. So it's just a beautiful font family. It comes, like I said, with the sans serif. If you don't know what a sans serif is, you know how sometimes fonts will have like a little mark at the end of them? That mark is a serif, okay? So any font that is just a basic font like this that does not include that, that is a sans serif without the serif, okay? And then, and in the sans serif, a lot of people don't realize in design your sans serif or your serif that you use, or any base font that you're pairing with that script is incredibly important as well. It's just as important as the script, and this one pairs with just about any script you have. I also have a video on how to pair fonts if you're interested in that. If you're struggling with good font pairs, it's really super easy, and I'll link that in the video description also. But with this, you don't really need to know how to pair because the font family is all right there for you. So, and this is the script, like I said. So, and then let me show you the extras real quick, because the extras in this are really amazing. This font family has the absolute best set of extras of any font that I've ever worked with. This one right here, I don't know if you can see that, this little laurel right here, in almost an embarrassing amount of my design work, that that little laurel is included just because it's a great laurel. I'll show you in a minute. But these are all included. So everything that you need to build designs and to learn, these basics is all included with this. Like I said, I will link that in the video description. So let's go back to Design Space and let's make this first one. So, okay, so let's first choose, okay, so this is Amisteri right here. So let's make this basic one right here, and that'll teach you just a couple basic skill sets. So the first thing to know about Glyphs is that so I don't know if you know this first off. If you don't know how to install fonts, I'll link in the video description. It's also different for iOS, Windows, and Mac. And I'll link in the video description how to install new fonts to your system. Super, super easy skill and super important to have. So right here, I'm going from Cricut fonts. I'm going over to my system fonts. And those are fonts that I have installed, like this one. And that's going to show Amisteri. Okay, and here's my Amisteri extras. Hand is what they call the sans serif and Amisteri script. I'm going to want hand for this one. Okay, and then let me change that to say mama. And then the bear, that is, okay, so I'm making another text box. And then I'm going to change this. Again, click on system. I'm going to change this to be the Amisteri extras because when you're choosing a glyph, the font that you have selected in your design program has to match the font that you have in your, in this case, you use Character Map. I'm on a Windows PC, but they have to match. Okay, so now I'm going to choose extras. And again, this is going to be, you don't have to worry about how to do this part. These are glyphs. So how to use these, I will link in the video description how to use glyphs for whether you're on whichever one of those three that you're on, so that you can learn how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to choose that. Get rid of that. And then import that here. Okay, so now we have our bear and we have mama, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to curve this. So with it selected right here on top, go to curve, and then I'm going to bring it to the right. And then I'm going to curve that right to the amount that I want to curve down there. Now, if I wanted to, I could even take this one step further, right? So that's cute, right? I like that. And with something like this, I like it super basic. I also have a video on how to distress. That's a really neat thing to do when you're making your own SVGs like this. Maybe just go through and just make the bear distressed. I won't bring that into this, but I'll link that in the video description also if you're interested. But that's another neat way to just add a little bit of visual interest to your SVG that you're making. But I'll show you another just neat, quick little thing that you could always do. So let's take and let's go to making another text box, and I'm going to go to another font that has a really nice set of extras with it, and that is Bambi. Okay, so I'm going to go to Bambi Woodland, and you can see that these are really, really pretty. So let's go back to this and then bring up Bambi Woodland. Okay, and then I'm going to, let's see, which one should I put in there? Let's put in this. This is pretty. Oh, no, I take that back. I like that. Okay. And then, actually, sorry, I don't mean to be so indecisive. The sun in this one is really pretty. Let's do the sun. Okay, so now I'm going to take this back here. Oh, it already had the sun. Sorry, I don't know why I'm having such trouble here. Let's go ahead and go back, and then we'll get that back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete, and I'm just going to keep just that sun. Okay, so actually, I take that back. I am going to just keep this. This is going to be neat. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, I'm going to make this bigger. And all I'm doing here is I'm showing you that there's a ton of different stuff. So I'm right clicking, it's already the front layer, okay? And then just so that I can see it better, I'm going to change it to a lighter color. And all I'm doing is I'm just showing you that you can add different things to your silhouettes to kind of add some visual interest to it. So now I'm going to select both of these, and over here on the right, I'm going to click slice. Okay, and then I get rid of this, and I'll get rid of that. And then that would cut out also. So that would just add a little bit more interest to it. Maybe you could maybe you could put the sun in here also, and maybe you could put like some little flowers over here or some other little woodland animals, just to make it, just kind of cute, add visual interest. And this would be super pretty. Like if you cut that out in glitter and then you weeded all of that out, that would be a really pretty design. So let's just take, just for the heck of it, and see what it looks like. And something really neat about this is if you can't export images from Design Space, but if you ever, got, wanted to start making your own designs and selling your own designs, these are licensed to do that. You can make your own designs with these and sell them. You would need to learn how to use an external program like, maybe Silhouette Studio you can use, or Inkscape, or there's a lot of different programs that you can use to make your own, and a lot of very simple programs to use too. It's not something that would be difficult. So if you're ever interested in that, you can look through my channel. There's lots of different videos on how to make your own and sell them. But so how pretty is that, right? So then you would take this, and what you would do is you would click combine and click weld. And now that's going to make that all one layer, and there's your SVG. Super, super simple, right? So that's a couple of basic skill sets. Okay, so now let's do my weekend is all booked. That's another. Actually, we're going to skip over that one because that one it's the same basic concept. All you're doing is curving. The book is one of the glyphs for Emissary extras, but this one we will do because I want to show you how to get this little extra line here. So this is Emissary. Back to that. Go to system. This. And now duplicate right here. Duplicate. And then I need to change that one to Emissary hand. Okay. So, and then I need to make a shape. I like when I'm doing like these underlines, I like to use the more rounded corners, and then unlock it right here. Okay. And then make that your line underneath. Change this to say faith. Okay, and then this to say fear. This one, so these two fonts were the same size. I actually stretched this out to make it a little bit bigger. Kept it in proportion, but made it a little bit bigger so that it fit on there and looked better. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all three of them, and I'm going to go up on top, and I'm going to go to align, and I'm going to distribute them. Okay. It didn't need much, didn't change it much, but that was so that they were all spaced out evenly. And now you can see that this T and this H are not the same as the naturals on the font. So those are both glyphs. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab the glyphs for those. Okay, and here. And let's see, the T that we used, this is the T. Font work is a lot of fun once you see how to use, once you see how to use font glyphs and you start really working with fonts, they have a lot of them. Font work is a lot of fun. It's one of my favorite parts of this. Oops. That's just another character map. The H that we used, this one, I think. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you is how to get, see how this one has like little lines next to the tail on the H? I'm going to show you how to do that. So you want to right click on it. You're going to first left click to select it and then right click on PC at least. And then bring to front. Okay. And now what you want to do with it selected, go up here at the top, go to offset. And I know already you can move this to make how wide you want your offset. You can see how wide it is, but I know already that this one was 0.057. Okay. And then I'm going to click apply again, and now I'm going to change that to white just so I can see exactly what I have going on here. You can see how it kind of leaves like I don't have it quite where I want it. So I'm going to move this down. Oops, take that back. I need to grab the offset also. Okay, so I'm going to grab both of these and I'm going to move that down so that it falls below that baseline. And that's perfect, just like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the black out of the way, and then I'm going to select just the offset in that middle line, and then I'm going to slice. Okay, down here on the bottom right, slicing, and then I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to click right on that middle part, get rid of that, click on it one more time and get rid of that. Okay, and now that's perfect. And now you have that line there that you want for your, to separate the two. Okay, so that is all there is to that. And now if you wanted to, you could leave that as 3 separate layers, because right now that's 1, 2, 3 layers. And if you wanted to, like say you wanted to do it and cut it in 2 different colors, and you wanted to do blue and red, then that's all you would do. And then you would just cut that in the 3 different layers. But if you wanted it all to be, one layer, that one color, then you would just select all of them and go over here to combine. And you could either go to unite if you wanted to be able to back out of it, or you could go to weld. And that's it. So that is all there is to building SVGs. Like I said, there's this font family is fantastic just because it's one that everybody should have. It's just a really, really great I want to show you. I want to show you my little the laurel that's in this that I use all the time. Too much. So let's just add it to this one because it's fantastic. Okay, so I'm not kidding when I say that it's on so much of my work. I don't know why it keeps. that. Okay, let's just scroll down just a little bit. Grab this. Oh my goodness. Struggling. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now click on that. And now go to Emissary Extras. Okay. You'll see in a minute why it's such a fantastic, it really is just a great, it's just a super, and it cuts really well too. Isn't that pretty? Like it just adds so much visual interest to everything I put it on. It's just really, really pretty. So, like if I were to put it right there, and then I don't know why I just made that box so large. Duplicate, and then bring this down here, and then select it, and then flip horizontal, and then add one here. I would actually probably rotate that. You can see up on top here where I'm rotating. I would probably rotate that a little bit this way. But do you see how that just adds to the whole, like it's just, it adds a pretty little something to the design. And that is why I use that so often, because it's just fantastic. But that's it. So that, I mean, that's really all there is to making your own designs. So again, you could, attach that all, weld that all together, or you could do all of that and then do the two laurels and, like green, or, maybe like a gold glitter or something like that. But that's it. That is all there is to it. I will link everything in the video description. I know that's a lot to take in. I'm going to link our Facebook group. Make sure you join us. You'll love it. It's a fantastic community. I'm going to link this font family. I'm going to link how to use font glyphs on all three of the systems. I'm going to link how the video on how to distress, just because that's it's a fun way to add to your designs. And I'll link how to install fonts if you don't know how. So that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me either in the video, under the video here, or on Facebook. Make sure you do like the video and subscribe to my channel. That way you'll get the notifications. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.